And we're recording. Have you heard the song? I know you have. I'm pretty sure. Have you listened to anything other than Swanicologist?
I've listened to that one and the other one about the priest babies.
That's Swanicologist.
No, Swanicologist is about babies, but the other one's about priest babies. The one that Pastor Rob reacts. Listen to it.
I can't remember what that song is. I know it's not this one though.
It's not this one. It's like there's two of Infant Annihilator that I really dig. It's
So
Swanicologist and the other one, but this one I have not.
this is a song that you would only listen to if you listen to the album fairly regularly. And this is a song, every time I listen to it, it's something about it. It just sticks out to me. It's the guitar.
Oh man, that's good.
That's good. It's the guitar.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna have some of your cranberry juice and vodka. Is this rum or vodka?
Rum.
Rum.
Spiced rum to be specific.
Ugh.
That's nasty, huh?
Yep.
Or COVID.
I'm a vodka boy. I like girly drinks.
So, this is a song you would not listen to unless it's not one of the popular ones, the one that gained a lot of views on like various.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, it's a good song. The guitar is what sticks out to me. Fun fact: if you watch a podcast, not a podcast, a stream of the Aaron and what's their names? I can't remember the names, but the drummer and the guitar player. The guitar player specifically said he does not consider himself a guitar player. He considers himself a songwriter. So he makes a song. He has an idea on the guitar, and he comes to the drummer about it. And the drummer is also somebody who does post editing stuff, like program. He can program his instrument, because he said this entire album the drums were done through computer.
I think you had told me that these guys could never play this live.
So Aaron, I believe is his name, the drummer. I might be getting mixed up, but the drummer, he can play a lot of this live, but they did say specifically this album is too difficult to play live. So Aaron is quite good. They have live videos of him playing pretty insane stuff, like in video. Which, if you watch that video, if you watch it as many times as I have, you can kind of suspect that there's some editing done to it, in the sense of like cuts. Like, so it's not a single live cut. Like they've they made it in a specific way where it's like, okay, you're gonna play this part, and it's like, that's hard, and he finally nailed it, and then they're gonna start another recording. You know what I mean? So it took multiple cuts to make that video, but regardless, I don't even know what this album's called. The Battle of Yol
the both.
Yeah.
Yol the both.
In that stream, he says it like it's nothing. But this is one of the less popular songs, but I enjoy the guitar to it. That right there, that's as a guitar player, that
Here too.
that too. I forgot about that too. I'm gonna do what I'm more used to, or
Okay.
what I'm more like comfortable with, because I'm a penis.
Did I just fuck that all up?
No, you're good. Low effort, doggy. Low effort. That part, that's for me, for somebody that plays guitar, hasn't played in quite a while. I dabble with it occasionally, but I don't have nearly the dedication as I used to. That part right there, as somebody who has it in the back of their mind, get off your phone, is something that stuck out to me. I don't know if you even heard it, so we'll see. That, I don't know if what stuck out to you with the vocals right there?
Nothing.
Nothing at all? Really?
fucking harsh and mean. I couldn't understand any of the words.
Well, yeah,
I
obviously you couldn't understand anything.
I
but-
like when I will say from a noob's perspective of metal music, I like when the lyrics are up on the screen when I can just feel like, yeah.
So,
he's talking
so you
about-
can read about them like babies.
Yeah, like yeah. Then he cut up the corpse. That makes sense.
Yep.
But this, I'm just like, yeah, it sounds mean. And then the next metal song, I'm just like, that sounds mean, but also not quite as mean, but but also mean.
Yeah. No, I totally.
You know?
I'm not gonna lie and say that I understand the word he's fucking saying, but I like the enunciation of his vocals. Like, so let's scoot back a little bit. Let's see. So it sounds like to me he's like I've always appreciated when metal vocalists do those kind of like harsh not so you know the difference between lows and highs, right? The lows are obviously like the really guttural, like nasty lows, but then the highs are more harsh, I guess. Those are the ones you're just kind of like, ooh. Those are the ones that,
Yeah.
those
He was
are
like,
the-
that's mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're just like, oh, that one's also mean.
those are the ones that catch your attention. So I've always appreciated when they roll their R's during the
Yeah.
highs, when they're like they do the I don't know, I guess the one I associate to is the Hispanic when they roll their R's. I've always found that like attractive for some reason when Hispanics roll their R's for some reason. I don't know
Like
why.
Hispanic chicks or Hispanic dudes?
No, just in general. Just
Okay.
like to me, when people can roll their R's in their with their tongue and not their throat,
Mm-hmm.
I've always found that attractive for some reason. Because I can only roll my R's with my throat. I can only do it with the back of my throat. I can't actually do it with my tongue. And so when it sounds like I have no idea what he's doing, like regardless, unless I saw a live video, even then I would
I'm so lost right now.
even then I would have no idea what he's doing, probably. But I would like to think that he's rolling his R's with his tongue and doing vocals. I don't know. Whatever. I'm
funny.
silly. Let's keep going. Did you hear?
Well, I was
Go
gonna say,
ahead.
I think I see what you're talking about there, where it goes from the highs to the lows, where it's like higher screaming, and then you kind of switch to a lower screaming right when you cut it off there.
Yeah, no, totally. He's if I remember correctly where the song goes, he does go to lows. He'll. I've been talking about a lot like mediums today. He doesn't do a lot of like medium. He does a lot of low and a lot of high, and he'll
Yeah.
sometimes do medium. Like he does do medium, but even his medium is still pretty low compared to
Yeah.
like what a lot of vocalists do. According to that stream that I've watched a while back when this album first came out, it's kind of lame. They haven't come out with anything since this album came out. Like I've been kind of hoping they'll come out with like some playthrough videos or something like that. Like whatever his name is, Aaron, I think, or maybe it's who's calling you, Matt. If I've been kind of hoping they would come out with like some playthrough videos, like either especially drum playthroughs, because that's kind of what everybody wants to. They want to see like they're like, can Aaron really? I think his name is Aaron. That's what comes to my mind initially. Can Aaron really play these drum videos? Like, can he really play these kind of drums like this good? And there's previous videos of him playing pretty stinking good, but you know, every Infant Annihilator album that comes out, they're always wondering like, can he really play that? But they haven't come into that any other than that podcast and their music video. I'm sure you've seen it. Where they're on the beach. Have you not seen that one? And that was the last thing they came out with. And then this, it's like they've been quiet as far as I know. Maybe on like.
Oh, wait. That's it was either you or Jesse that were telling me about this. That was saying that's the video they made with like literally just their phones.
That was me. No, it wasn't just
Yeah.
their phones. I think they had like decent quality recording equipment, but that was stuff they already had. Like everything else in the video was like literally it would be like us going to Santa Cruz and like filming a music video.
Yeah.
Thing. Like, and just being like, hey, I got my camera. Like, do you want to go film a music video?
Yeah, I actually think that's when you told me about it, is when we went to Santa Cruz.
Maybe,
I think
yeah.
it was the same day you were telling me about that.
I don't know, yeah. It was, they went to a thrift shop and spent, like, like $40 on clothes, and then just went to the beach and just recorded a music video.
Awesome.
And that was it. I don't know where I was going with that, but let's keep going. Part of it, as somebody who used to play guitar quite a bit, you can totally hear the ridiculousness of some of the guitar. As somebody who maybe doesn't play guitar, you don't quite understand how ridiculous the guitar sounds. Like, does the music itself sound ridiculous to you, or are you just like, this heavy?
It sounds like equally heavy and chaotic at the same time. It's like It's like organized chaos, just like
no. That's a really good way to put it. Organized chaos. I like that.
Yeah,
and
I love it. I love it. Like I don't understand it, but I love it. Like that is just makes me think of animals on fire. You know what I mean? I guess up as that is, I just imagine stuff burning right now. It's like, yeah, I dig it. Just like seeing a fucking like bear just on fire, and it's just like
just running around,
just like dying.
As somebody who put a lot of time in a guitar back in the day, and just music in general, I'm sure I know for a fact there is definitely an amount of talent behind it, regardless. Even coming up with that kind of stuff, even like coming up with that in like post editing, like even just making this kind of music in a computer still takes a level of talent, like that kind of creativity to hear it before you even play it, kind of thing. But regardless, it's just the guitar is just, it's almost hysterically chaotic. Oh yeah, hit that vape. What number is that?
That's just a 3 milligram.
So yeah, just the level of kind of like you said. What did you say? I don't remember what you said just now.
Like an organized chaos.
Organized chaos. The fact that the guitar and the drums are so chaotic, but at the same time, if you're really listening to it, like they still have a decent melody to them. Mm-hmm. Not like a melody that you can be like, whoa, life is so crazy, but just a melody you can be like, man, that is crazy. Like somebody that's like, I can picture somebody playing this, but I would think of them as incredibly good, and somebody that would be like, so it's not so out of the realms of capability that you're like, this is impossible, this is ridiculously impossible. I could picture somebody playing this, but they would be obviously incredibly good and have probably practiced that one thing for a very long time. So I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if you catch. Do you catch the pinch harmonics? You probably don't know what pinch harmonics are.
Nope.
Those are the parts that go like whoop whoop. Like I don't know how else to describe them to somebody that hasn't really had experience with it. It's like pinch harmonics. Back when I was in high school, those were like, if you can do pinch harmonics, It was sweeps and pinch harmonics were like the cool things in my high school that you could do. Pinch harmonics are where you do when you pick the guitar, you also kind of graze the string with your picking finger, and it causes what's called a harmonic. A harmonic is also something you can do on the I really don't know how else to describe it. Anybody who knows how to play guitar like knows what a pinch harmonic is, but it's kind of maybe if I knew more about music, I could describe it better, but I really don't know how else to describe a pinch harmonic.
So is that like instead of flicking the string, you're like flicking the string, you're like kind of scraping it?
So what you're talking
about?
With a pick, I guess the pick, it's in its name. You're always picking a string. So when you pick a string, you kind of graze it. So say you're holding a pick.
Instead of just like flicking it, you're kind of like flicking it at this like sideways, so it like scrapes across it as you flick it, kind of.
You know what? I really can't comprehend how to explain it unless somebody was specifically like, this is a pinch harmonic, and going, like, I really don't know how else to describe it in this kind of setting, because it's so like organized chaos that you said, that I really don't know how else to describe it when it's so fast. But here, real quick, just on your phone, look up pinch harmonics. So this real quick, this pinch harmonics. That's a pinch harmonic. It goes.
Okay, so that's
a pinch harmonic.
So is that when they hit it and then bend the string?
Kind of. That's just an effect. That's just an effect that they can. That's just a what would you call it? Just a icing on the cake, kind of. Okay. Just something to add a little more pizzazz to it. But the actual pinch harmonic. That right there, that. I don't know how else to like point it out except the exact thing he's doing. So the where it kind of goes high pitched, where it's like, that's a pinch harmonic. But there's a lot of variations of a pinch harmonic. You're saying
the pinch harmonic isn't when you hit it and then bend it to change the note.
No, that's like icing on the cake, pizzazz, kind of to give it a little more.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
Because that's what I hear is when you say that's a pinch harmonic, and I hear it go.
So okay, I didn't watch what he did with his thumb. Let's watch what he does with his thumb. I don't know what he does with his thumb. I wasn't watching, so because I know what a pinch harmonic sounds like. So let's see what he does with his thumb. You can't really even see what he does with his thumb. It's because people that have been doing that are good at guitar playing and they've been playing a while and like they get used to doing something. Like, have you ever done something that you're just like, oh yeah, you just do this, and it's like people are just like,
yeah,
how are you doing that like so seamlessly?
Yep.
And it's like it's the same kind of thing. It's like he's doing it seamlessly, and it makes it difficult to show somebody who doesn't know.
Yep.
It makes it difficult to show somebody. But just I guess if you hear a note go like high pitch, like, so I guess if you hear the, I really don't know how to describe it. let's just keep going.
Right.
I don't know if you can tell. That right there is super chaotic. I'm sure you can tell that's chaotic, but in a sense, in like a musical aspect, that is super chaotic. But the song is almost over. Let's. That right there, that is some crazy sweet picking. You know, have you ever heard the term sweet picking before?
Nope.
So sweet picking is just essentially, this is a lot easier to describe. It's maybe not. Maybe it's. Oh man, sweet picking. If I had a guitar, it'd be a lot easier to show you. A sweet picking is so you know a guitar it has 6 strings, right? You know a guitar has 6 strings. It's picking multiple notes in sequence, basically, just going like just picking multiple notes across the strings, more than one string. So you have your 6 strings. Like picture you have your 6 strings this way, going like multiple, like going across the strings, multiple strings, seamlessly, I guess. And that's what that sound is. That's like. It's called something fancy, but I feel like if I throw that word, it's called arpeggios. But if I throw that word out there, it's gonna. I already did, but it's confusing in itself. But regardless, those are incredibly difficult sweep picking, and so it's. I don't know where I was going with that. let's just listen to it again because it's cool. Whew, boy, that is awesome. Definitely, even from a somebody who comes from a slightly not super experienced, but who understands a little bit more musical background to somebody. So what are your, when you hear that song, what do you get out of it?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts. Heavy and animals burning alive.
That's funny. That's what you picture. I don't picture that at all. I picture somebody like actually, I don't know, because the first show I ever saw, like actually live, legitimate show, I guess, you know, back in the day it was at a Christian youth camp kind of thing, but the actual legitimate like metal show that I saw was at Ace of Spades in Sacramento. You know,
Didn't you take me there that one time?
I think so. We saw Between the Bear and Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot about
it. I remember. Yeah, that was the night that that was right after Becky dumped me.
Really?
Yeah, and
you probably remember it a lot differently than I do.
We got up. We got super drunk, if I remember correctly.
I remember having a blistering headache because it's so loud there that I'm just like I would get a headache every time I forgot earplugs.
Yeah, I remember you were the one that told me like, when you go to metal shows, it's like totally acceptable to wear earplugs because you can actually hear the music better with earplugs in, which was nuts to me because when we went in there, it was so loud. And then when we put the earplugs in,
you could actually
hear it.
You could define the music between just the sheer loudness of the music versus actually hearing the vocals, the guitar, the drums. It's like everything. It wasn't perfect, but you could actually like enjoy the music because you would have fun with the blisteringly loud music, but after a while when you're getting older you just start to get a headache. It just becomes so uncomfortable. You're just like, this isn't fun anymore. My head hurts. my ears hurt. Like, this is not fun. But
I remember,
maybe when you're younger, it's different.
I remember when we went in there, like, not even being able to differentiate any of the sounds going on, putting in the earplugs and being able to hear, like, drums, like, the cymbals, the fucking guitar, like, being able to, like, hear everything individually. I was like, whoa, it actually sounds better with earplugs.
It sounds like music.
Yeah.
Like, versus it just being just a ton of echoey noise.
Yeah. And then realizing, like if you wore earplugs to like a country concert or something, you would look like a
loser.
But then like looking around and all the metalheads and stuff that clearly had like the metalhead, like whatever that scene is, whatever like that cool kid crowd with the skinny jeans and whatever those weird like piercings and metalheads have. It's like even those people that were totally into it had earplugs in and being
I remember being astounded that like the first time I started going to a metal show that like the people with like the gauges and stuff like that in their ear, the one would fall out and everybody would just be like, oh, and they'd try and grab the gauge and be like, here you go, man, and they go back to going nuts in the pit, like right in the middle, you know, where everybody wants to go crazy. There was like this etiquette that they would have.
And like how nuts and how like violent and harsh this music is. Like, dude, the people there are so much nicer than other shows.
Dude,
like, even the country concerts I've been to, people are just kind of...
Yeah.
But like the metal show you took me to, and even going to like Slipknot and stuff, people are just like...
I forgot we went to Slipknot, yeah. I don't know why I forgot that. That was badass.
Nicer there. People are just nicer.
Remember, what was that friend you had for a second? It was like a Snapchat friend.
Yeah, that we met down there.
Yeah, just for a minute. It wasn't like intentional by any means. It was just that he happened to be down there.
Yeah, and I saw on his Snapchat that he was there too, and then we each other. Not really.
Yeah. No, that was a good time. That was a really good show. I have a lot of footage of that.
That was
a decent amount of show. I remember during your favorite song, Culling, whatever that song was.
It was the one that started out as I know why Judas wept, mother.
No, not that one. Cluster.
Custard. It's C-U-C-U-S-T-E-R.
Yeah, this one.
How's this one start? Da 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 da. Yeah.
This one. That's a good song, dude. I remember we were by the bus stop at my place. We were by the bus stop and we were listening to that song. We were like, dude, is this from their new album? Like back in 2015? What?
Yeah.
I literally thought that was gonna say 2019.
I remember when this song came on. We were at the T-shirt stand because Josh wanted to buy his girlfriend a T-shirt.
Yeah, I remember because I was there alone and you left me.
And now that I look back, I'm just like, Josh's ex-girlfriend was such a she didn't deserve a Slipknot T-shirt.
Dude, that was such a good show.
I will say it kind of pissed me off that Josh bought her a T-shirt and not himself.
Did he really didn't buy himself a T-shirt?
I don't think so. I think he bought her a T-shirt and that's it.
Remember we made the fucking steak sandwiches out in the parking lot?
Awesome. We were giving them to people.
Yeah.
Like, we were barbecuing sandwiches.
I forgot about that. We were giving them to people. Sick. Remember that couple that was because the parking lot was nuts.
Because it was like a 40-minute line just to leave, and we were just like barbecuing out there.
Because cars were just like going, and
remember that security guard that came over and told us to put the barbecue out
after we were already done?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, this is like 300 acres of nothing out here. There's nothing that can catch on fire, and he was being a about it.
No, totally. I remember it being like just this big empty parking lot, and it's just like, I understand. I get it as somebody that works with like kids and stuff, and you tell them not to do something that like doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. But at the same time you're just like, it's like I'm only telling them, like, so as that security guard, if I could put myself in that security guard's shoes, I could imagine him being like, it doesn't matter, I'm just doing my job. Like, I'm sorry, I'm doing my job, and I'm gonna die on the hill. I'm gonna look like the for the sake of getting paid so I can feed my family. But regardless, yes, it was lame. There was a big field. Yeah. By the time the fire, if we were douchebags that started a fire, by the time it got to anything, the fire department should have already been there. It would have probably been like 45 minutes before the fire would have actually gone anywhere.
Coming from somebody that has dealt with field fires and has dealt with doing dangerous stuff in super dry fields before, it's like, I can tell you that when there's absolutely nothing but dirt for 600 yards and somebody's using a barbecue to cook meat, that officer was a
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, there was nothing out there. It was dirt and gravel.
That is true.
600 yards.
That is true.
It's like
we were pretty far out there because by the time we got there, we got there a little late. We got there right before Slipknot started. Yeah. We missed Gojira.
No, we were there before.
No. I remember we got there. I feel like we missed Gojira, and then we were at the tail end of whatever other band was after that.
No, we saw Volbeat while we were there.
That's right. Volbeat was the other one. Yeah, we saw Volbeat. Gojira was before Volbeat.
Yeah, we got there right at the end of Gojira.
Yeah.
So we saw all of Volbeat and then all of Slipknot.
Yeah. No, I remember we got there.
Yeah.
That's right. No, you're right. We got there. We saw Volbeat. I remember being a little bummed out we missed Gojira because I kind of like Gojira. Mm-hmm. Kind of, sort of. I like a few of their songs. I'm not like... It's not like I exactly listened to them through my childhood by any means. It was just Slipknot was the main reason I was there. So I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't like, this show sucks. I was happy to see Slipknot. I was like, whatever. I missed Gojira. Volbeat's okay. Slipknot is why I was there. You know what I mean? Obviously.
Do you remember when we got there, there was those Christian guys on the way in?
Yep. And they were just talking super tremendous amounts of...
They were talking super tremendous amounts of crap about people going in there, and they're just like, you're going to hell. And I had my mask.
Yep. And they were like, wear a mask.
They're just like, there you go. They called me Chucky.
Yep.
They called me Chucky because I had the mask with like the
you
eyes.
You had the doll mask, and you had your... I remember I shaved your head.
Yeah.
I shaved the side of your head, so you had like...
I had my braids. Remember I grew my braids out for that show.
Yep. I remember you growing your long hair out for that show.
Awesome.
That was bad. I remember cutting your hair.
Bought those blue overalls. Bought the blue overalls.
Was that why you bought those blue overalls?
Dude, that's why I bought those blue overalls.
You took a picture with that dude, remember?
Yeah, because that other dude was dressed like almost exactly the same.
Yeah, he had the same blue overalls. He just had a different mask on.
Yeah.
That's right.
I will say, I do feel good that I made my own mask. But I remember going in and just those Christian guys were just like, you're all going to burn in hell. And I'm just like...
giving such a bad fucking name, dude.
It's like, we're Christians. Me, you, and Josh are all Christians. And we're going to this show just to have a good time. Just to enjoy, like, maybe an alternative type of music that this old piece of crap, like, couldn't see that it was just music where people go to listen
honestly,
to.
Honestly, I would bet $1 that he hasn't listened to an entire Slipknot album.
Yeah.
An entirety of a Slipknot album.
Yeah.
I bet it was just that they were wearing masks. They have a song that says 666 in it, so obviously they're satanic.
Yeah. And it's like nobody actually... Well, not nobody, but no like Christian dude that's standing outside of a Slipknot concert telling people they're going to hell actually has any idea that song is not actually about Satan.
Yep.
But anyways, that was a good time, dude.
No, that was
one of the
good time, dude.
And that's the night my girlfriend cheated on me.
Yep. That was depressing as
Yep. And then when we were standing out there, you remember that girl asked us if we wanted some heroin? Yeah, we were there, and I was like jumping around and like, yeah, like when they're...
I remember those girls behind us, and you talked to...
Yeah,
you talked to them, and you said something about and they were just like, oh.
They were like, they were being all cool and everything, and they're just like, oh, we like your costume, we like your outfit and stuff. And I was like, honestly, like, usually I just wear Wranglers and a plaid shirt and a Trump hat. And they're like, you like Trump? And I was like, oh, I think he's great.
Oh, and they were like,
they're just like, oh.
Man.
And they stopped talking to me.
Remember, that was the night that I went up to that one girl, and I was like, hey, can I take a picture with you?
Yeah.
Because I want to make my ex-wife jealous, and she was just like, laughed. And then I took a picture. I was like, hey, what's your name? And she had the same name as my ex-wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, Are you serious? But I remember sending my ex-wife that picture, and she was like, "You look so happy," and I was like, "Sure." Oh man.